Hello my dear students of Standard 6. I welcome you all to CMI's online classes. In today's class, we will continue with chapter 2 of our English grammar, nouns. In our previous video on the same chapter, we discussed about the kinds of nouns according to their names. So today we will continue the same classification of nouns but according to other means. Okay. So today at first we will discuss about the classification of nouns according to numbers. Numbers, as we all know, numbers refers to what can be counted. Okay, but here according to numbers, nouns can be classified into two types. One is countable nouns and another is uncountable nouns. So countable nouns means all those nouns which can be counted by using the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, like a cup, 2 cups, 3 cups, student, a student, 1 student, 3 students. Okay, a pencil, 1 pencil, 2 pencils, a duster, 2 dusters, 3 dusters. So all these nouns which are countable, which can be counted, they are countable nouns. Okay, and the nouns which are completely not countable, they are called uncountable nouns. Like we have so much nouns around us which we cannot count, like sugar, sand, salt, rice, oil, water, milk. All these things, all these nouns are those nouns which cannot be counted. So these nouns which cannot be counted are called uncountable nouns. Okay, but to qualify these nouns, unlike countable nouns can be qualified by using numbers also, but these uncountable nouns cannot be qualified by using numbers, but we can qualify them by using the words or determiners like some, few, little, much, more, etc. So these are the words which are used to qualify uncountable nouns, like some sugar, okay, few salt, like little milk. Okay, all these words we can use to qualify uncountable nouns. So we can also count uncountable nouns by using the concept of using other nouns. By using other nouns in term to relate or to count uncountable nouns, we may write like this: a cup of tea. We know that tea is not counted. Tea cannot be counted. Tea is uncountable noun, but a cup of tea we can count. Here there is a cup of tea. So here by using the term cup, we have made the tea countable here. Okay, like 2 jars of sugar. Here sugar also is not countable, but by using the word jars, we have made it countable. In the same way, sacks. 3 sacks of rice. We know rice is not countable, but the word rice sacks have made it countable. So this way we can qualify uncountable nouns. Okay, we can count uncountable nouns in terms of using other nouns, by using other nouns. Understood? So these were the classification of nouns according to numbers. Now come to countable nouns. Now countable nouns can again be classified into 2 kinds. One is singular nouns and another is plural nouns. Okay, singular noun means all those countable nouns, basic nouns. In original form, nouns are always singular. We have to make them plural. Okay. See, Plural means when we make or when we change the same nouns in more than one, then it becomes plural. Singular means one in number. Singular means one in number. If we change the same noun in more than one number, then it becomes plural. Okay, plural means more than one in number. Understood? So now we will move ahead again with the discussion of singular and plural nouns. Students, as I told you that nouns are always singular in their original form and we have to change them into plurals. Plurals means more than one in number. So now we will discuss about the process of changing singular nouns to plural nouns. Okay. See, most of the nouns, whenever we add just s, letter s after them, they become plural. Most of the nouns, when we add just the letter s after them, they become plural. Like pen, mug, book, desk, etc. So here after pen, if I add s, it becomes pens. So pens is plural. MUG mug is singular, MUGS mugs is plural. BOOK book is singular, BOOKS books is plural. DESK desk is singular, DESKS desks is plural. So here I have shown you those nouns which change themselves into plural after just adding s after them, only s. Okay, but it does not mean that all nouns we change into plural by adding s. There are some other nouns they follow some other processes to be changed into plural. Like we have some nouns that end with o, that end with double s, that end with s, that end with sh, that end with ch. These nouns in singular form will change into plural form when we add es after them. Okay, like potato, 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 it ends with o. But you should remember that all the words that end with o does not follow the same rule. That means es. Some of the words that end with o may also change into plural after adding just s after them. We will talk about it later. So here tomato, tomato, tomato singular, tomatos, tomatoes plural, es after adding es. In the same way glass, double s singular, es, double s, es plural. Okay. Bus, bus ends with s. After adding es, buses, it has become plural. Brush, sh, ends with sh. After adding es, brushes, plural. Bench, ch. After adding es, benches, plural. Box, ends with x. After adding es, it has become plural. Okay. So these are the examples of all those words that end with o, double s, sh, ch, and x. After adding es, they become plural. Now come to those words that end with o but does not follow the rule of adding es. They will change into plural just after adding s only. Like photo, photo, it ends with o, but after adding s only it will become plural. Photos, not es, only s. Ratio, ratios, plural. Radio, radios, plural. Okay, after adding just s. Now come to another process. If any singular noun ends with y, if any singular noun ends with y but it has consonant before it. Singular nouns Y but has consonant before it, we will change it into plural after adding IES. Okay, but before adding IES we have to remove Y from singular noun. Like daisy, D-A-I-S-Y, daisy, it ends with Y, it has S before Y. S is consonant, so in plural we have changed Y, we have removed Y, in place of Y we have added IES. Daisy becomes daisies, singular becomes plural. In the same way country also ends with Y but it has consonant Y, consonant R before Y. So after removing Y, if I add IES after country, then it also becomes countries, plural, C-O-U-N-T-R-Y, country, singular, C-O-U-N-T-R, remove Y and in place of Y add IES, then it becomes plural. Lady, L-A-D-Y, ends with Y but it has consonant D before it, so D-I-E-S, ladies, plural. B-A-B-Y, ends with Y but has consonant D before it, so IES. After removing Y, IES, then it also becomes plural. Understood? Let's go through some more explanations of how to change singular nouns to plural nouns. So the next explanation is about the singular nouns that end with Y but has vowel before them. Those singular nouns that end with Y but carry a vowel before them, we have to add only S after them to make them plural. Like B-O-Y, boy, it ends with Y but it has vowel O before it, so B-O-Y as boys, plural. Okay, monkey ends with Y but has vowel E before it, so monkey is singular but after adding just S, monkeys, it becomes plural. Now day, it ends with Y and has vowel A before it, so we have to add just S to make it plural. Understood? Those singular nouns that end with Y but has vowel before Y, we need to add just S after them to make them plural. Now come with the another explanation of those nouns that end with F or FE. Those singular nouns that end with F or FE, to make them plural, we have to remove F or FE from singular nouns, and then in place of F or FE we need to put VES. Then it will become plural. They will become plural. Like wolf, W-O-L-F, wolf, it ends with F. Now in singular we will remove F and in place of F we will write VES, wolves, W-O-L-V-E-S, plural. In the same way knife, it ends with F-E. Okay, knife is singular but after removing F-E, if we put VES, it becomes plural, knives, plural. In the same way leaf, it ends with F, it's singular but after removing F and replacing VES, it becomes plural, leaves, plural. There are so many other examples like half, halves, dwarf, dwarfs, thief, thieves, like this. Understood? Now these were the processes that we have to follow while changing singular nouns to plural nouns. But now we have some exception in our English grammar, that some nouns we don't need to follow all these processes that I have explained till now. Now there are some nouns like man, M-A-N, man, tooth, goose. Here in these kinds of nouns we change the consonant used in between the word. Like M-A-N, man is singular, so here plural is man. So I have changed vowel A to vowel plural. Many is plural. Now tooth. Here we have double O, tooth. It is singular. But when I change double O to double E, teeth becomes plural. Here the word becomes plural. Goose. Double O become geese. Double E, plural. Singular becomes plural. So these were some of the exceptions that we need to go through. That we don't need to add something else, but we need to change vowels. Understood? Another exception is here some words do not change in singular and plural form. Used both in singular and plural form, used in same form, like salmon, deer, furniture. Okay, in plural also salmon will become salmon, deer will become deer, furniture will become furniture. No changes at all. Do not change. These words do not change in plural form also, and in singular form also they remain same. We have some more examples in our book that we will go through. Understood? Now some other nouns. This is another exception, that some nouns are there which sounds singular. Okay, and they always used in which sounds plural. Okay, and always used in plural sense. Okay, or plural. They sounds like plural, like they don't change in singular, plural also. Okay, it depends upon us while speaking in what sense we are using those nouns, in singular sense or plural sense. Like news, oats, pliers, economics. These are the words that sounds plural. Okay, it is used both in singular and plural form same. It depends upon us how we are using those terms, in singular or plural. So these all were the explanation of how to change singular nouns to plural nouns. Still you have, if you have any doubts or any queries to know about the processes, then you may ask me. Understood? Now let us discuss about the classification of nouns according to gender. According to gender means gender identifies whether the nouns we are speaking about are males or females or falls into any other category. Okay. So here, according to gender, nouns can be classified into 4 kinds. One is masculine gender or masculine nouns, feminine gender or feminine noun, common gender or common nouns, or neuter gender. Okay, or neuter nouns. See here, according to gender, we have 4 classifications of nouns. Now, masculine gender. Masculine gender refers to all those nouns which comes under the category of males. Okay, of males. Whether the nouns belong to, nouns are the names of animals or nouns are the names of persons. If those nouns come under the category of males, then they are masculine nouns. Like father. Father is male, so father is masculine noun. Brother. Brother is male, so brother is masculine gender or masculine noun. Tiger. Tiger is a male animal. Okay, so tiger is masculine noun. Peacock. Peacock is a male bird. Male bird. So it is masculine gender. Boy. Boy is also a male, so boy is also masculine noun or masculine gender. Now feminine gender is opposite to masculine gender. All those nouns that fall under the category of female or female are called feminine gender or feminine noun. Okay, all those nouns, whether those nouns are animals or the persons, if they come under the category of females, they are called feminine gender. Like mother is a female, sister is also a female, tigress is a female, animal. Okay, peahen is a female bird, girl is also female. So these all nouns come under the category of females. So they are feminine gender. Understood? Now come to common gender. Common gender are those nouns which may be both feminine and masculine gender. Okay, common gender refers to both masculine and feminine gender. Whenever we speak about common gender, it may be a masculine also or feminine gender also. It may be a female also, it may be a male also. Like if I say parents, it may be our father or mother. Both of them are called parents. Okay, so this is common gender. Cousin. Cousin means it may be the brother or sister from your uncle's or aunt's side. So they are called cousin. Okay, so cousin is common gender. It refers to both your sister or brother from your uncle's or aunt's side. Okay. Now animals. Animals is a common gender or common noun. Okay. Birds, common gender. Okay. Student, like here, boy, girl. Boy is masculine, girl is feminine. But student can be both boy or girl. So student is common gender. Doctor, common gender. So we have lots of examples of common gender. But on the other hand, neuter gender. Neuter gender are all those nouns which are the names of places or all other non-living things. Nouns refer to non-living objects are neuter gender. Like home is a noun, but its gender is neuter gender. Family is also a noun, its gender is neuter gender. Jungle is also a noun, its gender is neuter gender. Okay, school is also a noun, but its gender is neuter gender. Okay, now if you say book is also a noun, but its gender is neuter gender. So I hope you have already understood the classification of nouns according to gender also. And I hope you are able to now do your exercises from your books now on your own. Isn't it? Aren't you? Aren't you able to do your works on your own? I hope now you are able to do so. So you need to do your exercises from your book as I give you the instruction. Okay, students?